All right, let's talk about a new and pretty fiery approach to relationships called Fye Fye Fye. The idea is to get past all the outdated rules and, help build something that actually feels real. So let's dive in and see what it's all about. First up, we gotta set the stage. Why do we even need a new approach? Well, because for a lot of us, the whole modern dating and relationship scene can feel, well, let's just say it's complicated. So, does this feel familiar? You're stuck in the same cycles, you're having the same old arguments, and it just feels like you're running in place. It's a super common frustration, and believe me, you are not the only one feeling it. And a huge part of that frustration comes from the advice we always get, those old school one-size-fits-all rules. They just don't seem to click with how complex our lives are today. It's pretty clear we need a totally new conversation. So, who's starting this new conversation? Well, this is where we meet a fresh voice with a platform built specifically to tackle these modern challenges head on. And here it is, the Fye 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 platform. It calls itself a safe space, which is interesting. It's not just a place to complain, but a place to find a genuinely different way of looking at love and connection in the world we live in right now. At the heart of all this is the host, Blaze on Fire. She's an author, a content creator, and she's really putting her unique philosophy right at the center of the relationship discussion. And when you look at her work, like her books, The Ugly Side of Healing and 31 Days of Prayer, you can see it's all deeply rooted in personal growth, taking responsibility, and that often messy process of actually healing. And that brings us to the core ideas that really drive this whole thing. Look, this isn't just about dating tips. It's a much, much deeper philosophy that's all about healing. Their mission is super clear and honestly pretty bold: to put an end to the constant gender wars. Instead, they want to help people look inward, figure out the real root of their problems, and actually start to heal. The philosophy here is that before you can build anything healthy with somebody else, you absolutely have to start with yourself. And that means facing past hurts. And this is a big one: accepting accountability for your own part in things. This quote from Blaze really hits it home. It's this powerful reminder to stop projecting the pain that maybe one or two people caused onto every single new person that walks into your life. So once that inner work gets going, the focus shifts to building a solid foundation. And according to this approach, that foundation is built on 4 key pillars. We're talking about mutual respect, really honest communication, even when it's tough, unwavering loyalty, and a consistent give and take, reciprocity. Okay, so that's the philosophy. But how do they actually deliver it? Let's take a look at the format, the kind of toolkit they're giving to their listeners. The show keeps things really dynamic. It's not just one thing. They have these relationship rulings where they debate dilemmas that listeners send in. They also do these deep dives into big topics like attachment theory, and they even use pop culture to break down relationship dynamics in a way that's super relatable. To really get a feel for this, let's jump into a real example from the show. This is where you can see all those different perspectives and that raw, honest style really come to life. So here's the dilemma they tackled, and oh boy, it's a classic. Is it okay to go through your partner's phone? This is one of those topics that gets everybody fired up, so it's a perfect example of how they break things down. Okay, first up, Blaze's take. She comes at it from this place of security. She's like, I'm not going to go through a phone, but she's going to watch how her partner acts. If they get all defensive and weird about their phone, well, that tells her everything she needs to know. It's calm, it's confident, very observant. Then you've got co-host Nikki, and she comes in with a completely different energy. Her take, it's direct, it's assertive. She basically says, that phone is our phone, and any resistance is a huge red flag. As she puts it, she stands on business. And finally, there's Riki's perspective. Hers is all driven by intuition. She's not going to snoop just for fun, but if her gut starts screaming that something's off, then she's going in. It's reactive, and as she says, that's when her wreaking havoc mode activates. And this is what's so great about their conversations. You get 3 totally different angles on the exact same problem. Blaze's secure and observant approach, Nikki's assertive and proactive one, and Rike's intuitive and reactive method. It makes for a really rich discussion, not just one simple answer.
So where is all of this supposed to lead? I mean, this isn't just about debating juicy dilemmas. It's really about building towards a very specific and pretty aspirational goal.
The whole point here isn't just putting out fires or, fixing what's broken. All of these tools and conversations, they're designed to be constructive, to actually help you build a relationship that is fulfilling, powerful, and what they call royal love.
And that brings us full circle, right back to that core mission we see in their logo. It's all about getting past the conflict and actively, intentionally building something way better. End the gender wars, build royal love.
So the whole philosophy boils down to healing, accountability, and some really honest debate. And that pretty much leaves one final question for you to think about. Are you ready to build your royal love?